Hello children, and welcome to today's Bible story. I hope some of you have been able to get away this summer to visit your relatives and perhaps your grandparents, maybe people that you haven't seen for a long time. I wonder what sort of things they would have said to you. Perhaps they would have said, "My, how you've grown," or "How old are you now?" Because you'd look a little bit different, wouldn't you? You'd perhaps grown another few inches. Snappy has just been back to see his crocodile family. He's just brought his bag back for me to unpack. Let's see what you've got in there, Snappy, shall we? Well, I can see a lot of dirty laundry. That's as usual, isn't it? And sweetie papers, Snappy. I hope you haven't been eating too many sweeties. And of course, a nice chewy toy. There you are. Yes, Snappy does love his chewy toys. There we are, Snappy. Let's just put those things to the side for a minute, shall we? And we'll look at them a little bit later after we've had our story. Now, when Snappy goes home to see his crocodile family, they just remember him as being a little crocodile, and he's not a little crocodile anymore. Although he still fits in the bath, I think that soon I might have to dig a pond in the garden so Snappy can have a really good swim. Now, today's story is about Jesus going back to Nazareth. Now, Nazareth was the town where Jesus grew up. He was a young boy there, growing into a young man, learning to be a carpenter. But a great deal has changed since those days, hasn't it? So, Snappy, shall we join with the Bible people and see what happens when Jesus goes back to Nazareth? We remind ourselves that Jesus had healed a little girl. She had been very ill and had sadly died. But Jesus had brought her back to life and returned her to her happy family. Now Jesus had left that place and had travelled the many miles to a little town called Nazareth. Now Nazareth was where Jesus had grown up. He'd been a little boy there. He'd grown into a man and learnt to be a carpenter. Jesus now, with his followers, with his disciples, had entered into the town of Nazareth. But I wonder what the townspeople will think of the Jesus that they meet now. On the Sabbath day, Jesus taught in the synagogue. Many people heard him and were amazed. And so the people said, "Where did this man get these teachings? What is this wisdom that has been given to him? And where did he get the power to work miracles? He's only a carpenter. His mother is Mary. He is brother of James, Joseph, Judas, and Simon, and his sisters are here with us." The people did not accept Jesus. But Jesus said to them, "Other people give honor to a prophet, but in his own town, with his own people, and in his own home, a prophet does not receive honor." Jesus was not able to work many miracles there. The only miracles he did were to heal some sick people by putting his hands on them. Jesus was amazed that they had no faith. The people of Nazareth did not really want to know who the true Jesus was. But I do wonder about those few people who were healed at that time. Perhaps in the weeks and the months that followed, we can imagine that they must have wondered who this man was, who had shown such compassion on them. And perhaps they did wonder who the true Jesus was. So let's just leave our Bible people here for now, and we'll have another story next time from the book of Mark.